Yeah, last time we talked to Jonah.
Yeah, last time was Jonah.
Jonah Kruger of
You guys
Six
saw him
Flags
last
guy.
week. This week, it's a
Yeah.
whole new thing. Some people were like, is it going to be like last week, this week? But this week's it's going to be a whole new thing. So
Yeah.
this week is Matthew McCarthy.
Yeah, of Gunk and
Shop the Pig.
Yeah.
There's other ones too I'm not thinking of.
Shrine.
Sure, yeah. Sure.
I know those are the two active bands, Gunk and Shop the Pig.
Yeah, I feel like there's another one. But what a fella. He's going to be coming in.
What a fella. It seems like everybody loves him. He's that guy.
Yeah, he's sort of looks like maybe a hippie leprechaun, or like maybe just like pretty Irish looking. I don't know if he's Irish. We'll have to make sure to ask about his nationality.
He's very kind and talented guy, I must say.
Kind and talented. Yeah, he's filled in on bass for
he's a great bass player. He's one
for
of the
me
best
before.
around here.
Yeah. He's good at the bass.
Yeah.
And he's got just tons of knowledge regarding music and otherwise that he's coming in to share with us. Sometimes we'll reach out to the guest. He was reaching out. He's like, I got to get on the program.
Yeah.
And share what I've been working on. And he's not just like an artist, he's more like a philosopher and really just one of the brightest minds of our age, our generation.
You mean that?
No, I don't mean that. But he's fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I've had a lot of good conversations with him. He's very funny.
Yeah, he's got a musical family.
Yeah.
They put on Gunk Fest, which was a nice little thing.
Yeah, you
it was like
played
in the
that.
forest. Yeah. And
That was it was called Goon Fest.
Goon Fest, that's right. Very hospitable. Nice folk. I've met his father before. I don't remember his name. But it's
Well, it's not important.
whatever. We all have a father, and sometimes he's not there, and sometimes
sometimes he is.
Sometimes he is.
Yeah.
Matthew McCarthy will be joining us shortly, and we just wanted to kind of have kind of a moment to ourselves with the viewers here, because everyone's always saying do you have to have these guests on? Do you have to? And it's like, well, it's just about securing the ad funding. Otherwise, and I say this in all sincerity, we don't want to talk to these people. We're excited to have Matthew McCarthy joining us here soon. Trevor, any words?
I enjoy listening to these people. I'm excited to listen to this guy.
Yeah, we love listening to these people. It's I can't see you at all. You're hidden behind the thing.
Oh,
you
so
gotta
it's
sit up or
yeah, so it's probably okay. So now
just
there's
me and
this,
Ruby over here.
There's this barrier between us now.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you on the TV, but you can't see me. It's like one of those windows, the one-way mirror window.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess
we don't stand for that.
I won't look at it. I can make eye contact with you right here.
This is a little more awkward.
No, I think it's more intimate.
Yeah, that would be the word.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not that's awkward.
Yeah, I don't know. This feels more. No, I'll address you and not the screen you are.
Just pop up when you got something to say.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of cameras in here. I don't know if we might have too many. I don't know.
No.
We have 4. But the fourth camera can be swapped for a computer monitor.
That's true.
For a YouTube clip, if we want to watch some
and whatnot.
Yeah,
so
Family
if you guys
Guy.
want to watch anything, just let us know throughout the program.
Yeah, and, chat.
Yeah, we'll be here listening, fielding some calls. Maybe we should field some calls. Do you guys want to call in? It's all about because you don't know what something says to someone else, so you're just hoping it's the same thing that you're hoping that you're saying, but it's never You
It's
never
never the
even
same.
find out. You never find out is the thing.
I think some people are just going with it.
Some people just go with it, and it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Like when you can't hear someone at a bar and you pretend to know what they're saying.
Yeah. And then they kind of figure it out.
They figure it out like after when they figure it out, they're already fucked up. And they have to you got to go with what you went with.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's tough, man. That's a hard situation, man. You just got to be genuine. Sometimes you got to say, "What, man? What'd you say?" It's really freaking loud in here.
Yeah, it's loud.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
It's annoying. I hate being that guy, but I got bad hearing, man. You got to speak up.
Yeah, I don't. It's hard to speak up sometimes.
It is hard for people to speak up, especially when
When the man's got you down.
when the man's got you down and everybody's with the man, and you have to be, you have to tell him what's up. You have to be like, hey, I know what's up, and you don't,
Yeah, you work at Allstate. You know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I got my Allstate plan.
AAA.
I got a AAA plan as well.
Huh, look at you. State Farm, you ever consider it?
No, have you considered a safe farm?
I'm gonna argue whether or not it's even a safe investment, because what if the soil's no good? You got to be out there doing it.
Right.
That's the thing. You get tied down to these things. You think, oh, this would be a good venture, but then that's where your time goes. So it's like,
Yeah.
is there a safe farm anymore? Really?
I think.
Is there really a safe farm?
There's almost nothing safe about a farm if you're out there alone.
Nothing. What if
A gopher?
a
mad
gopher hits
gopher?
a gopher gets on the tractor and
Yeah.
kills himself, and you got to clean it up?
The tractor falls on you. These are all things I heard in an episode of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was a good episode. But yeah, it taught me a lot about safe farms.
Yeah.
They're not that safe.
Where do you think they get safes from? Someone's got to grow them.
Yeah. What do you think, some people, you can blow those safes open, right? There's no impenetrable safe, right?
There's really
We-
not.
You can
but
blow it open without...
some things, even with the proper tools, just take enough time that you'd hope to catch them in the act.
Catch him in the act of what?
Destroying your safe.
Okay, yeah. And you say, hey, that's not safe. That's not your safe.
Yeah, that's. It's my.
That's... Yeah.
And on that note, we're happy to welcome Matthew McCarthy into our studio,
safe, the Acorn safe.
Safe farm here. And we got lots to cover today. We're happy to get into it. It's Tuesday. It's cold out there, but we're gonna get warmed up, get going.
It's so cold.
Trevor, any words?
Nah, man. I'm just taking in the space.
Just taking it in.
Taking it all in.
And we're about to welcome in Matthew McCarthy.
The Acorn Archive.
We're joined today by Matthew McCarthy. Is it
So-
Matthew? Fully?
Yeah, Matthew.
We wanted to check.
Fair enough.
How are you
Doggy.
doing?
I'm great. Your doggy just handed me a little.
Oh, you give a
bone
dog a
brush
bone.
Thing. Yeah. It's like a bone that looks like a hairbrush. Do you brush her with that?
No, that's just for the
word.
for the teeth, for the enjoyment. See, a lot of people, they're sucking on the vapes,
Yep.
hitting the cigarettes, and we all need something to help us lay off that.
Yeah, swear to God.
And something to nibble on is as good as anything.
Swear to God.
So, this thing's kind of enhanced to be the perfect situation. Like, it's rough around the edges, but it's in the shape of a bone, to remind you and give you that same, oral stimulation.
Right.
How do you handle it, though?
Nah, I just, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I got a problem with the vape, dude.
Oh, no. Let's not get down into, the challenges in the day-to-day, right off the bat. I know we have a lot of people tuning in. This is episode 3.
Cool.
And we've had you on once in the pre-episodes.
For sure.
That
was
a
funny.
sort of test. Ruby, watch out. Kicking the cord, Ruby. But this is the first formal episode we've had with you.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I know you were eager to get on, and you have, I don't know if it's some sort of manifesto to get off your chest, but you got some ideas you wanted to share. And I just sort of, in this segment of the podcast, I'd like to kind of give you an open floor to...
Open floor.
Just bring up what's bugging you.
What's bugging me? I mean, not much is bugging me right now. I'm feeling pretty good right now, actually. A little worried my glasses are looking dirty in the shot.
No,
but
dude, it's all.
I can deal with that.
It's all super blurry. So
Word.
it's not even gonna. People aren't gonna.
Word. But you know, I guess what I really wanted to bring up was I just got out of the studio over the weekend with Gunk, and you know, we recorded our next record, and I am extremely excited about it.
And Gunk is a band.
Gunk is a band. Gunk is a band I'm a part of with my brother Jack and Isaac Rowe of a Dairy Family fame.
Two wonderful musicians.
Amazing musicians. You know?
What was the studio? Was it a good experience?
It was amazing.
Okay, so give them a
experience.
shout out. What was the studio?
Orange Studio.
Orange Studio. That's a popular one.
Mm-hmm.
And
shout out Lauren, who ran our session of Nodes. New
Is it
upcoming
pricey?
band then. It was pricey,
Yeah.
I'd say. I don't know. We had a good...
What'd you go in there
amount
to
of-
get done?
What did we go in and get done?
Yeah, what was the plan?
Well, we tracked 11 songs.
Oh, wow.
And we recorded a couple vocals, but we're saving the bulk of that for outside of the studio with my roommate and our longtime producer, Caleb Jewell.
What were the days like? How long were you in the studio?
First day, we were there from like 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It was a long day, but we got a lot done. And then day after that, we were there from like 11 to 5 or 5:30, and that was mostly just overdubs and fixing any small blemishes during the previous recording session.
I've never been in like a big group studio setting like that. I'm wondering like hour 6, is there like, are you in like a really nice groove with the whole thing? You know
I'd
what I
say
mean?
so,
Like,
yeah. Like, you know, you'll definitely want to take a break there at some point, like go get some food. But yeah, the longer you are in there playing, the more locked in you get with the band, hopefully, you know, if everything's going smooth and if, you know, the studio itself is comfortable, which Orange Studio is very comfortable. It was an amazing experience. Last year we had our first festival that we're hosting, Goon Fest.
Yeah, it was fun. We were talking about it in the intro.
Yeah, it was and you know, that was an incredible experience, and that experience definitely influenced the album a little bit and kind of shaped the direction it ultimately took as a whole, which, you know, it's just cool, man. I listen to all the songs and I just think of how far we've come, like as like in our confidence as a band, and also just our interpersonal connections with each other.
Yeah.
Like, we've been through a lot since like the earliest song on the album was written. Yeah, man, it just makes me happy.
Yeah, that's fun. What do you guys so do you record most of them just like going through? Like, have you guys polished out the arrangements already? And
we recorded all of them live. Did some overdubs where needed.
yeah,
You know.
That's cool.
So yeah,
Because then you got to have like confidence in the part you've worked out.
right.
So then it makes like that's what's kind of nice about that when you set it up like that. Because then you give yourself like a fun challenge of like, okay, I got to write a good part because we're gonna have like it's gonna record exactly what I play. So how cool could I make it?
For
Instead
sure.
of just like trying to fill space.
Yeah, because our by nature our style is kind of improvisational.
Yeah.
Like every show we kind of play the songs a little differently. So going in to record, we definitely were thinking about it differently. Like there's certain spots where less is more in terms of just what serves the song.
And for a lot of you viewers, like less is more could apply to like maybe just like the whole project is a little less of it, or like maybe the shows you maybe a little less, and like maybe the music, maybe just the ambition just a little less from a lot of you. But in your situation, like a little less could be like a very tasteful thing.
Yeah, not overplaying.
Yeah. That's kind of like what really sets
doing
the
what
music
serves
apart.
the song.
Yeah. You guys are real good at that. I always admire the 3-piece setup because it's so much space that you can leave that you guys can be doing whatever, really. And just not having 2 guitars is a big thing because...
For sure.
Then the competing sort of...
Yeah, every now and again we like to play with some friends.
Yeah.
Have a little guest spot, but at the core, we really do work the best as the 3 of us. Like we just have really strong chemistry together. That's my brother.
Yeah,
and I've he's been along with my musical journey since I started, and frankly, it was a huge influence on me becoming a musician.
He's older than you, right?
Yeah.
How much older?
I was born 2001, and he was born in 1995.
Okay, quite a bit older. I thought you guys were a little closer.
Yeah. But, growing up, he's been playing guitar since he was like 11, and so... all throughout my childhood, I've just heard his playing, and the longer I've played myself and have played with him, he's been a huge influence on my own playing and musicianship.
Yeah,
and, my guitar playing for sure. He's a huge influence to me, man.
It's a cool way to be able to like communicate with your brother.
Yeah,
especially
man. It's real special.
You get to spend so much time doing it. Like you spend like 8 hours on Saturday.
Yeah, man. I'm
like trying to get better at it. Yeah.
Gunk is really important to me because it is like a family thing, like keeps me and him close, and I'm really thankful for the amount of support we've gotten for the project over the years, and I think people that have been following us since the beginning are really gonna love this upcoming album.
I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
Trevor, are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Trevor, did you start recording this?
Zoom?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, man.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
That's why you got to get a producer you can rely on. And it's a lot of people are like, is it worth the money? Does he do you really need him there? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's fine.
I did listen to the Gunk album. The album is great, but also the album cover is really good.
Yeah, dude.
It rocks.
Oh, I did like that. That was cool.
Our my brother's close friend Eric has been the artist for any of our illustrated
That's cool.
album covers, and is most likely doing it this time as well. Very I don't know, he's very locked into what the vibe is,
Yeah, it fits it really well. It's super cool.
Yeah. Shout out to him. him and his brother have a great project called the Flat Bottoms.
I've heard of that.
Me
Yeah.
too. I've never seen them, but I've heard of them.
Shout out Flat Bottoms.
Yeah.
They are the shit.
So that was a very pleasant manifesto. When you emailed me that, I thought it was going to be this whole thing where you like had these takes on like the ceasefire and everything. So I'm happy. I'm happy it was just like, you know, it was sort of a heartfelt thing. That was a good way to get the show started. And
For sure.
I mean, that was wonderful. That was wonderful. What about Shop the Pig? How's it going?
Shop the Pig is going well. It's still in its infancy, really,
Yes.
but it is going swimmingly, in my opinion.
And are you a good swimmer?
I'm actually a shit swimmer, but
Really? Now, how
yeah,
bad?
Unfortunately,
You can swim,
I mean,
though.
you know, I can swim,
Yeah.
but like, throw me in the middle of the ocean, I'm probably in trouble.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, it's the vaping, bro. Like, my lung
might be the
capacity
vaping,
is
yeah.
low. You know, I can only tread water for so long before I get tired.
But
Like-
what's nice is you can tread and just pop us in.
Oh, right.
if you're doing a
you put
backstroke
that-
sort of
yeah,
thing.
That, you know, that shit actually makes you more buoyant.
Now, would
if
you say-
got, like 3 zins and
Would you say backstroke is the most important?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, just having the ability to float on your back.
Yeah, that's nice.
That'll save your life.
That's nice. I'm not
But,
in a
you know.
pool as much as I used to be, you know?
Ever since they shut down Olympic, man, my swimming skills just gotten worse every year.
Yeah. And then you don't realize it, and then you got to swim all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
And, you know, whenever my friends want to swim nowadays, it's in like a big ass open body of water.
Yeah.
That shit gives me terrible anxiety.
Really?
You know, I almost drowned in one of those one time, and ever since
Oh.
then, like, I've just been kind of casually traumatized by
Yeah.
swimming, you know? Like, it's not something I think about that much, but, like, then you put me in front of a big ass deep body of water, I'm very hesitant to get in there because of my past experiences.
Do you feel like nowadays if you drown, it's kind of your fault? I just mean like if
Well,
you're
I mean, yeah.
if you're in the middle of the ocean, especially, it's like,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, you didn't have to go out there. We have planes, or you can just stay on wherever you were.
Most definitely, dude.
What happens when the waves come to Ohio?
I might be in trouble, man.
I might be in trouble too, because you think they have those foldable out canoes that I keep seeing, but I just don't know how they hold up, honestly, because like it's folding and it's, I don't know, but I didn't want to bring any trauma.
It's
I'm
all
happy
good,
things
man.
are going
Yeah,
swimmingly,
and it's all good. And how could you've known, really?
I couldn't. I'm happy you said
But
that.
anyway, Shop the Pig. We got a single coming out February 1st.
That's the 1st of February.
Yes.
Okay.
Clearly, but I'd say on the track we're on right now, we're looking at releasing maybe 1 or 2 fairly meaty EPs over this next year.
Did you say meaty?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
like
with some
dense.
bulk to them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so that's exciting.
Now, what are these EPs looking like? How many tracks? What's the length?
You're just gonna have to
Wait
Wait
and
and-
see.
wait and
This is a
see.
wait and see sort of situation.
a little bit of a wait and see. I like to.
When's it coming out?
February.
February, the 1st of February.
That's just a single coming
There's a
out.
single
then.
coming out the 1st of February. This will be coming out whatever 3 weeks from today is.
Is it 3 weeks away? I feel like it's sooner than that.
No, it is. So this episode will be
Oh,
out after
word.
the release. What's it titled? We'll put it up, right? We'll pull it up right
January is the name of the single.
here. So I'm
I know.
wondering if maybe. So did you kind of miss your You don't want to wait until next year, right?
Right.
So just put it out February.
Right.
Okay.
It's fine, but
people will be
it's
kind of
you know
like
it's right after
nostalgic towards.
January.
Yeah, people will be like looking back on January. That was nice, and
For
then
sure.
they'll have a kind of like a song to accompany it. What's the feeling of the song? Is it January?
Pretty much. Yeah, I don't know. It's a single I recorded last January.
Yeah.
It seems appropriate to release it.
February.
Yeah.
Now.
Hey man, I was really considering just dropping it randomly.
Could have called it February.
Just it wouldn't.
It's not even out
It wouldn't
yet,
even.
so
It wouldn't
do you want
fit
to maybe
us
plug
thematically.
February?
Nah, it's
you wanna
too
change
late,
it?
man.
Oh, it's
It's
January.
too late.
It's in the DistroKid. Do you
Yes.
use DistroKid?
I do.
It's a little pricey, but the other ones I don't like that much.
Right. I haven't really used.
Me either, but I don't really like what I hear. Although, you know what's annoying? I did a song like collabing with Abel. Shout out.
Ooh.
And
cool.
I put it on DistroKid, and since it's the two of us under one release, I used that as like one of my artist slots.
Yeah.
But it's just one song. But now it's using a thing, so I'd have to pay like the $80 plan if I
damn.
wanted another one. I was like, so that's kind of a pain. So maybe I'll switch over, but I don't know how that works.
It's rough, man.
It is kind of rough.
Just gotta. They're always just trying to rinse
They're
you.
trying to push you down. Trevor, you keep this going. I gotta go pee.
Make it as hard as possible. Man.
How long have you been playing music, man?
I'd say 10 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get into that? Do you have a musical family or Jack?
I do. Jack was kind of the primarily the one growing up who was the biggest influence, but you know, our grandfather on my mom's side was pretty active musician in Columbus back in the day. He's in like the Columbus Music Hall of Fame or some shit. I don't know specifics, but he was a saxophonist and he was a big band dude. And my parents are always like, "Oh, that's where you kids get it from," you know.
Yeah. No, definitely. I've relatives who are very talented in that way. I have a great uncle who played trombone, and my parents say the same thing. So I relate to you on that level. It's very. The whole that's your genes. That's your heritage. But I was also curious. Does your family have ties to the mafia? Am I allowed? Are we allowed to talk about this?
We can cut this out if it's uncomfortable, and you don't have to tell us everything. But
Shut it down, dude. Shut it down.
are you Irish?
Yeah, I'm Irish as fuck, dude.
What happened with the potatoes over there?
Shut it down, dude.
They didn't
I'm
have
not
any.
comfortable anymore.
They had none.
Yeah, it was rough. I mean, that's a sore subject, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why Trevor even got into that.
I just really want to keep you on your toes. But now
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it.
Simon's back.
Well, it's just I don't know. It's Matt. Maybe you can sympathize here. Like you're running a couple projects and stuff. It's tough because you pay somebody to do a job, right?
Yes.
And then you kind of expect them to do the job once you pay them. And then
Right.
What's weird is you go ahead and you leave for a couple minutes, and he offends the guest. He brings up his family. He brings up the potato famine,
You brought up the
and he
potato
just kind of
famine.
insults the.
We like to know about family ties.
Yeah,
Because he was just talking about he has a.
we like to kind of ask questions that circle that topic, and then we kind of get the information out of them, whether they know it's or not. We don't like to just directly. But yeah, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, tell us about your grandpa who played the sax.
The
He was
saxophone.
sick.
A cool guy. I met your father. We tried to give him a shout out earlier, but
Shout out Jerry.
Jerry.
Jerry's a cool ass dude. He, he's not a musician, but he was also a big part of us becoming musicians, I think, because he has spectacular music taste.
Right.
He introduced us to Frank Zappa, which
Did he have a good record collection?
yeah. It's kind of scattered about these days, but you know, we grew up with Pink Floyd, Beatles. Zappa was the big one because all my brothers and I are huge Zappa heads.
Yeah.
My sister doesn't give a shit or a fuck about him, but yeah, Zappa was a huge influence on all of us in terms of just being artistic and, you know, just presenting, just like doing what you want creatively, you know?
Yeah, Zappa was definitely really good. Like, he's just a very influential, creative person. I've seen a few interviews with him. I haven't delved into his discography much, but I've seen
It's fucking vast, bro. He makes like King Gizzard look like fucking Chumleys. Like he's got like hundreds and hundreds of albums, bro.
Yeah.
And it,
in
know,
interviews he's like so, I don't know, he's so stern and like he's like careful with his words. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows what he's about. You know what I mean?
yeah, man.
Which would be nice if like you're paying somebody and they knew how to do that. Like I'm literally paying for that service. Like, you know, this guy's, it's not even his job, but he knows how to do that. And it is your job, and we're still here with a low budget.
Yeah, low budget, but we're making it.
Yeah, we're making it. It's episode 3.
Hey, you're fucking doing it, man.
We're doing it. I mean, we're here.
We're
It's
out here.
Tuesday.
You are out here doing shit, man.
Yeah, we're in the studio. This place costs an insane amount of money to rent out, but we're doing it for you guys, and you're welcome.
Thank you.
I mean, you know what it takes to get a star like Matt McCarthy in the studio here?
Shut up.
I mean, this is a Tuesday, and he just carves it out of his day. This is wonderful to have you here.
It's wonderful to be here, man.
But I mean, are you?
Love you, Simon.
Oh, thanks, man. Love you too. From one chair to another, from a microphone to another.
Swear to God.
It's kind of it's when you guys are watching this, it might be brighter times. It might be a couple warm days, but it's a little bleak.
It's been a cold ass January.
It's been a cold January, and it's snowed and then melts and then it's ice and then it's sludge and then
it's gonna be negative. Gonna be in the negatives tonight, man.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
I will say though, like, this is usually the time of the year where fucking winter depression gets me the hardest. I'm feeling pretty like okay.
Yeah.
In comparison to other cold winters.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree. I'm like, maybe it's naive, but I'm like, I think we made just far enough into this that I can start to not like it, and I can just coast it out until it's done.
For sure.
When you're like real negative towards the cold and it's December.
Yeah, I'm trying to just not let it fucking knock me down, you know, because I don't know. I got a lot of things I've been excited about this year, and I'm not gonna let the cold kind of keep me from getting the work done and pursuing those things.
It's hard to get the work done, you know, because first you got to remind yourself what the work is.
For sure.
And then you got to evaluate how you feel about it. And then you got to decide what you're going to do. And then before you can do that, you got to remember what you're working on again.
For sure.
So it's a whole process.
Oh, you want up here?
I mean, thoughts take time, which is an interesting thing, right?
Oh, she wants up.
Because sometimes you have to figure something out, but thoughts take time.
Yeah, swear.
So what if you don't have enough time? How long does a thought take up? Yeah, she'll get up there. She wants to go up that side. I think.
You want? Oh, hey.
She'll turn around.
There you go. Get comfy. Yeah, man. I'm kind of the place I'm at right now is just like fucking the world is just so like fucked up and uncertain. Like I just like feel like the future is so like fickle. Like
Fickle.
You know, like you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So like if you have shit you want to do, gotta just do it, bro. You can't.
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta listen to yourself.
What's
and
it?
Yeah, I feel that.
Do what you know that you need to do to fucking feel fulfilled and happy.
What's interesting
you know?
though is sometimes to get to that, you got to go through like a low spot,
For sure, dude.
and then it's tough to like
trials and tribulations.
it's tough to be
dude.
like carpe diem all of a sudden when it's like you still got some guilt for all the time you just wasted by doing nothing. So it's like you start trying to do something.
Felt,
it's like
man.
who am I kidding?
Felt.
I was just doing nothing for 40 times the amount of time I'm about to do something. So it's hard to feel good about that. And then nobody
Hopefully
cares.
you learn from those experiences.
Yeah, yeah.
Though, you know.
That was the argument last episode. It's like I think you gotta still have those experiences. So then when you got the pure flow of idea, you got the technical ability to just like articulate it real quick.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you meet someone who's got a good song, but they can't record the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like, well, it's gonna take you a while to get to a point where you can just kind of get the thing out, and that's kind of a shame.
Right.
That's why you got to use
What are you plugging right
BetterHelp.
yeah. I just got off BetterHelp appointment earlier.
Yeah, really. How is it?
Good.
You like the person? There's got to be good
Yeah.
people out there. I'm sure there's also not good,
Oh, for sure.
but I'm sure you can
But
find a
we're
good one.
promoting that, so
No. They haven't sent us the money, and they said it would be in on Monday, and
oh damn.
I keep bringing up the budget problems, and I know they saw that. So I don't know why they're...
Dude, I mean, shit. I mean, if we're throwing shade, the therapist I have right now is great, but before that, I had someone who didn't show up for the
Oh.
session like 3 times in a row. Like, I had the first session with them and kind of just like we kind of established a baseline of type of shit we'd be talking about, and then they just didn't show up.
That's kind of... That's why they get you. It's like...
Multiple sessions in a row, and I eventually got an email from BetterHelp saying that, like, oh, sorry, we've tried contacting your therapist, but he's gone off the grid. It's like, what the fuck?
I guess that happens, man.
You'll get varying degrees of qualified people.
I think that happens in regular therapy too. Sometimes they just leave and don't tell you. I've had
Isn't
people
that
say
fucked
that.
up?
Yeah.
Imagine like you have like
You're like, yeah, it's your mental
it's like
health.
you need this fucking session. Like you're on the fucking edge of the major crash out, and then you fucking show up to the appointment. They're not there. You're left to your own devices.
Yeah, they don't even
That's some scary shit.
What you got to do is you got to pay it forward. When I get off a BetterHelp session, I hop right on mentoring someone else. I pass it forward. It's sort of pass the torch along.
Yeah, bro.
And this guy told me if I can
It's so noble.
if I can charge these people a certain amount, I just give him a little bit, and then they'll all give me, they'll start mentoring people.
Hey,
They'll give me a little bit of that money, and then we'll all be making money.
it's like the Penguin said in that show, dude. America's a hustle.
Is that Madagascar?
America's a hustle. I remember Skipper saying that. Holy shit, man.
Penguins in Madagascar. It was a crazy show.
Yeah, I enjoyed that show. It was like always on, and I just kind of got fed up with it.
I never really saw Madagascar movies, but that show is funny.
Yeah, that was a crazy ass show, man. Those penguins are nuts. Always on a heist.
What shows did you watch as a child? Break it down.
SpongeBob was probably my favorite.
SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm. Adventure Time was a big one.
Mm.
That was more so. That was kind of like my later childhood. A little more like 10, 11, 12 type beat. But I enjoyed that even into like my teens. Like that was still an enjoyable ass show. That show got like deep and heavy and weird. The show kind of grew with its audience. So, like it got a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regular show's great too.
Everybody puts like regular show over Adventure Time. All the
I'm
time.
more of an Adventure Time guy.
Yeah, there's no substance there with regular show, but I think people like that.
I mean, there is some substance and nuance. Regular show is mad relatable.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like some real shit. and then they just hit you with some crazy otherworldly shit too. But the regular show is kind of a coming of age tale, in a way. Adventure Time's a little more grandiose and abstract.
I love the way Adventure Time looks.
What?
I love the way it looks, Adventure Time.
Yeah, it's got a great art style. I prefer the art style, definitely.
Yeah, the animation gets pretty crazy.
Yeah, bro. They just I loved games like Zelda and like Skyrim and shit as a kid. So like, it's got that same kind of sense of adventure and like mystery to it. Like, you never really know what's gonna happen in the next episode.
And there's a bunch of just fucking lore you gotta read about.
Yeah, dude. The lore goes deep.
Yeah.
Are you playing any games now?
Not really. I rarely have the time to play video games nowadays. Like, usually when, I will every now and again, but usually when I do have time, I feel like there's more important things I should be doing instead of just playing video games. I don't know. Every now and again, I'll get the chance. I like revisiting like something that's just quick and you can hop in and out of, is like old school Sonic.
Yeah.
Those are fun. And I don't know, like the last really big and long game I got into was like Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda on the Switch. And I played that for like 120 hours.
Yeah, the last game I delved into is Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
So I played like 7 hours straight, and that was like, I think, the most I've played since.
Those, and that game's amazing, but I don't know if I have another like 120 hour commitment to a video game in me. If I'm continuing the game, I'd prefer to something that's not gonna take a whole lot of my life.
So you're playing the game of life.
That's
you think you're gonna
it's a little
win?
more important these days than the video games.
You think you'll do well?
I hope so.
We hope so too.
I'm trying, man.
It's looking good.
And that's good to hear. Especially from you. That's
thanks.
That's reassuring.
Yeah. How was the holidays? It's been a minute since we saw you.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Cheerful season.
Cheerful, splendid quality time with my family.
Where do they live now? In Columbus?
That's classified.
And are they open just like a pop in? If we just wanted to pop in and say hi.
Oh yeah, yeah, I do that pretty frequently.
And you ever take anything, just like a $20 or?
I try not to ask them for money.
Try not to ask them for money. What about like food, beverages?
I get some. I'll have a meal there every now and again.
Right. So do you think you're maybe running from something?
Running from something?
Just like internally, like.
What the fuck?
Like emotionally, just like. Are you dealing with anything? Is it? How are things? Are you? Just the email you sent with the manifesto and everything. It's just, I wasn't sure what you were trying to get across, but we want to give you an open space to
Bruh. I'm good, man.
Now, when you go to a restaurant, do you do you just know what you're getting? Or do you have to look through
I like to
options?
think about it.
You like to think about it. I mean,
depends if I've been there.
It's sort of what you're paying for. You're paying for the experience. You're sitting there. And do you like when they kind of rush things, or do you kind of like to take your time? I guess it depends on the company, huh?
Depends on the mood I'm in, too, I guess.
Right.
The group of people you're with.
The group of people.
If you're with your homie and he's nonchalant about it, like, I'm more likely to be nonchalant. But if you're like with a bunch of like uptight motherfuckers and they're like, you're like, oh shit, I gotta just order the first thing I see,
Yeah. And now, what is the first thing you see? What catches your eye? Potatoes?
Yo, what the fuck? I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, fries. Potatoes are, I mean, they come in many forms, mostly potato looking, but they're always good.
Okay, hey, are you still
Great.
are you still working at the Wylands?
Yeah.
Oh
Wylands.
yeah, shout out Wylands, dude. It's best market in town.
Do you have any stock in Wylands?
I don't. I should.
I do.
You do. Wow.
What do you love about Wylands?
I don't know. It's just a great place to work.
Yeah.
You know. It's probably the best batch of coworkers I've ever had.
Really?
You know, just a lot of great people work there. Yeah. I've met a lot of good friends from Wylands. Yeah. And you know, the work itself is solid, and I'm fairly good at it. And you know, it's my boss is real cool. And he's very understanding about like my musical pursuits, and he's a fan of Gunk and stuff. And he's worked with me through like having the work and music balance. You know.
And when you're stocking the shelves, do you ever just slip something in your pocket?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
It helps to have coworkers that are your friends.
Yeah. Shout out Nate Dogg.
Yeah. Gotta get
Nate
him in there.
Powers. Shout out Mascara Cowboys.
Yeah. Good fellas.
Great fellas. One of the best bands in Columbus, in my opinion. One of the most creative.
Yeah, they've really come a long way. Like from when they started to where they are
Yeah,
now.
bro.
Like, and I love the
First time I saw them, they didn't even have a bassist. It was just
yeah.
Anthony, Nate, and Garrett, and it was just two guitars, but it was still sick as fuck, you know. And then when they incorporated Anson, it just got that much better, you know.
That's what I was gonna say, dude. And I just love their amp setup. They got 2 twin reverbs.
Yeah.
And then they got Anson ripping on the bass.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. And it's just loud. It's super loud.
As fuck, rowdy.
Yeah.
And you know, I love how diverse they are.
Yeah.
You know, like they kind of came out with that like post-punk rockabilly sound, but they just, the longer they're going, like just it seems the braver they're getting and the more musical realms they're tapping into. Like they got a song that Garrett sings that's just super fucking funky as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's the American dream.
What is the American dream?
No,
Or
that is.
Yeah, that is the American dream.
To
man.
grow and prosper?
Swear to God.
But what do you think is the American dream?
Yeah, what does it mean to you?
Oh, dude, 9 to 5, fucking
Hell
get
yeah.
that bag,
Yeah.
house and wife. Nah.
You have any global ambitions?
Global ambitions.
You ever seen any cool places?
I have not left the country, but I really would like to. I just need a passport, man. I'm lazy as fuck when it comes to certain things like that.
It's pricey.
You know? It is pricey, you know. And I have money, but I'd rather have more money.
Right.
Yeah, and that's kind of our
I could
attitude around the
go
podcast.
travel right now, but then I'd
You wouldn't have
be a little
money.
less comfortable with the amount of money I have. you
Yeah,
know?
it's nice to have money.
I'd like
opposed
to I'd like to be in a spot where I can go on a trip and still be comfortable with the amount of money I have. You know?
Yeah. So I feel like going back to school.
Hmm?
That's how I feel about going back to school. You just gotta, I could use more money.
Right.
Right.
I don't know. Wylands takes pretty good care of me though, for real. Like, I've saved a lot of money working there.
You sleep on the property?
That's classified.
Okay. Aren't you looking forward to the bright sunny weather?
Oh,
Couple
dude,
months
I
from
can
now.
hardly wait.
I can barely imagine it being hot out in the sun.
Dude, that's gonna be so
That's gonna be
April,
nice.
dude. April, May is gonna go stupid. That's always like my favorite time of the year. Like right before it gets too hot.
No, that is a really good time.
Mm-hmm. That's also when I'm born in April, so kind of have bias towards April. Yeah. It's hit or miss weather-wise though. A lot of the time.
That's true.
May is a little more reliable in that regard.
It gets warmer though, as far as we know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be the hope, Trevor. That would be the hope.
All right, it's probably gonna be the hottest summer yet.
This thing has got to keep spinning. This world's got to keep rolling.
You think it'll be the hottest summer yet?
I think that's just what the trend's been. Am I wrong? Like it's just every summer just gets hotter.
We're going up.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this will be the summer you get back into swimming. This will be.
It very well could be, man.
It could be for me
I'd
too.
like that.
Yeah. Have you ever been in an above ground pool?
Like in someone's backyard, one of those fucking big tube things.
You gotta climb up the
sure.
ladder, yeah.
Not like a crazy one.
They do have like permanent ones too.
Wow.
I mean, it's crazy nowadays. You can put anything back there.
Anything's possible these days, man.
You can really do anything.
Swear to God.
That's what we are trying to put out.
That's what we were trying to achieve. Yes.
Yeah, you guys. You can do anything. I'm talking to Trevor and Matt. Unfortunately, to the viewers, this might not always apply to you, but these guys can do anything,
Bruh. Now, the viewers can do anything, too.
Well,
Damn.
You don't want to... you put your heart to it, man. You can follow your dreams.
We want to instill hope. Yes. I can see it now.
All right. I mean, hope for a different ambition, maybe. Hope that something else comes to you, because this might not work. Whatever you're trying doesn't always work.
Right.
And how do you deal with those? How do you deal with that? I mean,
just don't give up.
I try things all
man.
the time. Okay, don't give up.
Yeah.
What if there's plenty of reasons to give up, huh?
Well, then have a plan B or something.
Just
have
don't a plan B. Well, that's easy to say. What if I want to give it my all?
Dude, I'm not like an expert at these things.
How do you handle it? When the pressure's on, what do you do?
Just stay positive, man. Don't kill yourself and you'll be fine.
Stay positive. That's your advice.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something to live for,
What if there's nothing to live for?
There's plenty to live for.
Yeah, come on.
This is a hypothetical.
Come on now.
There's plenty to live for, Simon.
No, what would you say?
What?
Well, okay, so I'm someone who has nothing to live for.
I will tell you 3 things to live for.
Okay.
Ice cream, cookies, and gummies.
I have.
All right.
Even if that's it, like, that's better than nothing,
Right.
That is better than nothing, because that might be what death is, nothing.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you rather eat a cookie?
More the reason to fucking, just pursue what makes you happy,
Yeah. Is that too much to ask for?
These days.
Sometimes it can feel that way.
Well, how do you know what makes you happy?
You got to do some
You
soul
think
searching.
about
What if you don't have a calling?
Go to BetterHelp. Figure it out.
They haven't given us anything. Don't go to BetterHelp.
Yeah, fuck.
We want a real answer.
Yeah, get a real
What are you gonna
therapist.
do? What are you gonna do? What if you don't have a calling? A lot of the viewers don't have a calling.
Yeah, you better find a calling.
You better
man.
figure something out, because
a
otherwise,
calling is
otherwise,
what keeps you going.
And we're not calling you. Not you. I'm talking to the viewer. But opportunity isn't calling you. You got to get out there and find it.
Yeah.
But where is it? Sometimes it's hidden in plain sight.
Right.
Sometimes this is like, it's hard to differentiate. Maybe you should just give up.
Well, besides that, is there any, I guess, final message or anything you want to plug?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to get here. I mean, give us. You were emailing us like
we're
you got
just
stuff to
we're just
plug.
talking. Y'all hit me up about this like yesterday.
You were dying to come on. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Gunk album's coming soon. Maybe this year. Maybe before Goonfest 2.
When is
Goonfest
that?
2 is gonna happen.
Do you know yet? sometime in the summer or something?
Yeah, probably around the same time as last year. Last year we had it overlapped with Lost Lands. Or maybe it was a Sweet Dream. It was some Legend Valley bullshit. But yeah, that potentially happening this year. We're not gonna rush it though. Like in the past, Gunk has been very impulsive about our releases. Like we upload them like a week out, and then just have like a week of promotion.
Yeah,
I'm really excited about the opportunity to kind of do things properly this time and just get it on a playlist and get as many ears on it as possible, because honestly I've never been this excited about a project I've been a part of. Like, I think this album's gonna be something really fucking special. And Shop the Pig, January, coming out in February. Deal with it, haters.
there's still time to change that. So.
It's all right, dude. Everything happens for a reason.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Now, for the viewer, it might not be like the reason might not be because you're great or because it's all going to happen for you, but there's still a reason. Everything happens for a reason.
And more exciting Shop the Pig stuff happening this year. I actually have you featured on one of these projects coming up. That was a fun little thing.
Fun.
Yeah, you sound good on it.
Wow. Okay, I didn't. I thought I sounded bad, but
yeah, no. I mean, it's the perfect little bit. It's just a nice little bridge with your smooth little trumpet playing.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, bro. And honestly, I'd love if you ever wanted to hop on stage with us for a song.
Oh, that'd be a lot of fun, yeah.
Fun as hell. But yeah, more news coming on that soon.
You have a newsletter that people can subscribe to?
I have an Instagram account.
And do you is that where you would publish your work, your thoughts, your essays?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still figuring out this whole social media thing. That's a big focus this year for me, is learning to play the game,
The game of life.
The game of life, yeah.
And
social media promotion.
Right,
being an artist is so hard these days, dude.
Yeah, what's it even mean?
I don't know, but we're doing it.
Yeah, we are.
Mm-hmm. Really, the most important thing to me is I get to fucking express myself creatively, and I get to do it with people who are close to my heart and who are, just as excited about the music as me. And, their excitement keeps me excited. So.
Yeah, everything kind of feeds off of each other. It's one eternal energy shining through us all.
Swear to God.
Maybe not you guys. The viewers,
You are such a dick to the audience, dude.
Matthew McCarthy, it was a pleasure having you. Trevor, any final words?
Been a fucking pleasure.
Okay, you want to hop over here for a little musical performance, and
sure,
we'll wrap this thing up. This is a wonderful third episode. We got to have you back here, and
fuck yeah, it's been fun, dude.
Yeah, here we go.
That's cool, man. Just kind of give a preview of the bass line for like a little bit.